scholar from USA, Dr. K.Muthuraman, Dean, Faculty of Indian Languages, is the keynote speaker of the day. I invite the Honorable Dean to deliver the keynote address.
Most respected, I will say, most respected immigrant Vice Chancellor of this great university, beloved displaced Dean of the Faculty of Arts, immigrant Professor and Head of the Department of English, Dr. Santosh Kumar, scattered Professor of English, Dr. K. Raman, dispersed Seminar Director, Dr. T. Devasigamani, diasporic audience, displaced retired professors from various departments of the university, participants from different parts of the country, researchers and students. A very pleasant morning to all the diasporic community assembled in this historic hall. I hope you understand why I have used words such as immigrant, displaced, dispersed, migrated, and also diaspora in my address. At this juncture, I would like to recall to your mind the historic Supreme Court judgment on the 5th of January 2011 by Honorable Markandeya Kachu. He clearly states that in India, 92% of the people are immigrants. If 92% of the people of India are immigrants, who are the natives? Who are the original inhabitants of India? He further states that the Adivasis, the tribals, or the natives of India, who constitute just 8% of the population of India. If 92% of the people of India are immigrants, I hope you will all agree with me that we all belong to the diasporic community. I do not know where I was from. I means I am the collective unconscious. I am a bundle of my own ancestors. To be very frank, I do not know exactly even today from where my ancestors came to India. But I am sure that we all belong to the diasporic community. You know well that the word diaspora is of Greek origin, meaning dispersing or scattering. The word region to another, from one region to another, from one culture to another to settle there permanently. So diasporic literature is the creative output of the community who are scattered in different parts of the world. And diasporic studies deal with the literary works of these writers across the world. As rightly observed by Salman Rushdie, It is a study of what is taken with one. It's a study of what is left behind. And it's also a study of what is transformed. I think that this is the most comprehensive definition of the diasporic community as well as diasporic literature. You know the reasons. You know the reasons for the movement of people from one culture to another. The very simple reason is betterment in life. If a person decides to move from India to the US or UK, he thinks that his life will be better in a foreign land, in a different culture, or his earning will be more if he moves from India to China or India to Africa. So this is the primary reason for the movement of people from one nation to another. Okay? Now, what are the consequences of the movement? Migration. You think that, or some of us think that migration is just a geographical journey. It's not a geographical journey. It means the severing of the symbiotic bond with the native land, the homeland. Symbiotic bond. The ecological cutting off, removing, similar to probably removal of the umbilical cord, removal of the ecological relationship among the people of a particular country. Now what happens? What happens when you settle in a different culture? When you settle in a different culture, you live in a dreamy world. But after a certain period of time, similar to the dreams of the newly married couple, you will be pulled down to the world of reality and you begin to experience the bitter reality, the unbearable consequence of your migration. Because in the alien land, you don't have a first-hand knowledge of the social, economic, and also the political changes. Further, you may be familiar with the language, for example, English, but you are not familiar with the dialect. The dialect is the real language. The dialect is the one which carries, which propagates the culture of a particular country. The person who has migrated is not familiar with the language, I mean the dialect, the landscape, and also the climate. So what is required? What is required of the immigrant? What is required is reorientation. Total, complete reorientation of social being. But the question is, does this reorientation happen successfully? No. This happens successfully only in a few cases, but not in the majority of cases. And as a result, the settlers, those who settle in the foreign land, feel isolated, experience, goes to the extent of murdering her own husband. You may think that it's possible one in literary creations. Writers, with an intention to bring to light the varied themes they have dealt with in their literary works. I am confident that during these 3-day deliberations at the Department of English at Annamalai University, the participants will be able to reflect more on the themes of diasporic literature and will be able to come out with more, what shall I say, findings, which will be of immense use to posterity. I take this opportunity to convey my best wishes to the seminar director, the entire faculty members of the Department of English, and also the participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your elaborate and informative lecture on diaspora.